Cyber Ninja Online, guys, and welcome to Evil Genius. Now, this game I've played a couple hours on, a few hours actually. I don't fully know every little in and out about it. I'm not a master at it, but I do know enough to start up a game, and then I'm sure we'll learn on the way. Pretty much the basis of this game is that we're an evil genius and we're trying to take over the world. So it's a strategy game, base builder strategy game, where we have to manage resources, build an ultimate secret hideout, and then pretty much take over the world, like I said. Let's jump into a new game here. Let's go medium. And then I think I want to go Shen Yu. I'll go through the different ones real quick. So Maximilian. Take control as Maximilian. Short, bad-tempered, and utterly insane. You are the fabulously wealthy industrialist. Your ambition is to conquer the world through advanced research and technological supremacy. Alexis. Take control as Alexis. Elegant and beautiful, you are the adorable multimillionaire Harris. Your beautiful countenance commands the utmost respect and loyalty from those who are fortunate enough to be chosen to be your minions. And last but not least, Shen Yu. Take control as Shen Yu, mystical and inscrutable. You are the quotic supercriminal turned special agent turned evil genius. Your powerful global network of conspirators ensures you have hidden influence over the governments of the world. I want to be Shen Yu. They have different abilities. I can't remember fully what the different abilities are. You start with different henchmen too. Henchmen are like not your second in command, they're your bodyguards. But more about that later. Okay, so we start with Lord Kane. I do want to switch one thing if I can. Real quick here, because it's going to make my life a hell of a lot easier. There we go. Anyways, so pretty much our henchman here is like our I don't want to say our number 2, but our main source of defense. You never want to really be without your henchmen. We have workers here, which basically do all the menial tasks. They're basically minions. And then there's ourselves, which we get abilities later on. We can do attacks. We can interact with things, but it's usually better off if you don't. We'll leave him in there for now. So this is our island here. There are certain points of interest. This is the depot. This is how things come in and out of the island. There's another thing here. It's a boat launch. It's also how things get in and out of the island. And then if you look around, there's little things here and there. Our island pretty much consists of what you see here. We pretty much are confined to build inside this mountain. So, alright, evil intentions. Get acquainted with the island and start expanding your lair. Ensure a healthy minion force by building a barracks. You'll need at least one bunk bed and locker. Before you can send minions around the world to carry out acts of infamy, you need to construct a control room to help filter information. Make sure you have at least one control console and one memory bank. It seems you're under scrutiny even before you begin. Somewhere on the island are some pesky investigators tipped off of your arrival. Eliminate them. That's our main objectives. We don't actually have any optional objectives. So this game is kind of story-based. Like I said, pretty much the story to this game is that we want to, don't see those guys. Usually you can see them on this map here.
Use these buttons to quickly select the evil genius.
Don't need that. But yeah, no, so pretty much we're confined to, like I said, build our base here and try to take over the world. This button right here monitors every little stat. It's pretty much your stats button if you're really into like the min-max and all that. This right here is our minion screen, so we can have different types of minions. It breaks down into even further subcategories. Just because you have this type of minion doesn't mean you have this type of minion. So you always have to kind of balance it between what you want. You can use cash to speed up the process of hiring, but it's costly, obviously. So right now I get 1 minion every 60 seconds. That's good enough. Alerts I can use to kind of trigger the base into certain states. So whether the island's actually at a really critical point or not, then yeah. Day and night cycle, information button. This shows how much power I have and how much power I'm using. That's pretty much it. So let's, without further ado, kind of jump into the action here. First thing I'm going to need is a corridor because, I mean, I'm not really going to be able to build much else this way. So now keep in mind you should probably build everything with 2x2s, more or less. I wouldn't go 3s. 2s are like the minimal you need to really do anything. So we'll go like that. 3200 isn't bad. We're going to leave that toggled off for a second, though. I need a barracks. Oops. Trying to get my bearings here. I'll put the door in right there. And then I definitely want to bring the whatchamacallits. Trying to think of the word here. I want to bring in oops, didn't mean to rotate that. The golden stuff, so I need to build a storeroom too. There should be a door there somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. So right now there is no door, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and throw a door right there. Fire extinguishers I'll get to in a little bit. I need one more room for sure. I need that storeroom, or strong room rather, I guess. That's good for now. Maybe not that far. Throw in a briefcase rack, a standard door once I build the hallway here. There. Get the door there. So, now that everything's kind of queued up, I'm going to go ahead like this. Get things underway. Go ahead and unpause everything here. So pretty much then they're going to start building everything. Once everything's built, I'm going to pretty much demolish this room so that they can move everything inside. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't zoom out any further than this, unfortunately, or I would. So you'll have to bear with me here. Believe. So my henchman has a couple different abilities. Right now he only has the one, which gathers minions to his area. It's good for if you're being attacked, then you can do that and have all the minions gather there. He does get other ones along the way. Psychic Terror causes some kind of psychic damage. There's a spot you can look at this. I just can't remember where. Can't remember where specifically. This is a henchman count, by the way, and this is your... I think just overall it's your people count. So, let's get our evil genius. Let's move him in here. We'll get Cain and move him in here too. That way they're not outside. They're not at the mercy of whatever can happen out there. So, ultimately I am going to move this further in the base later on, but for now I think that's a good spot. Do need a control room. Thinking about making a corridor here, actually. That's unfortunate. How do I want to lay this out? Kind of go around that there. Doesn't have to be anything crazy big, obviously. This looks weird right now, but it will kind of figure itself out after. Go ahead and get that built up. No, it's too far. It's also hard to tell what I'm actually looking at from that side. I think that's a good size command center for now. So I'm going to need a couple things. Let's go ahead and throw a door in there to start. The time clock there. I'll put the memory banks along the one side and then the control panels along the other. Right now I only need...
This object will be purchased when a minion is available for duty.
No, not that one. Nope.
Room construction unpaused.
Didn't mean to unpause it. Like I said, I'm still trying to get used to the controls here.
All construction workers are busy at the present time. Object purchase delayed.
As soon as they get this down, I should be able to get more minions. So I'll definitely be upping that as fast as I can. There are those agents. We're gonna let them come into the base here.
Is that in order?
And then we'll see how Kane can deal with these guys. So right now they're snooping, so they're untagged. This is a kill tag, capture tag, and then a weaken tag. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the kill tag on them.
New rooms are available for construction. Depot now stocks new objects.
Pretty sure there's a way to fix that, but
Termination.
right on. So that was the people that were snooping around here. So if I bring this up, it's completed now. So now I just have to make sure the barracks gets done and the control room gets done for our first little start here. Apparently, it said the depot had new objects. Don't exactly know what they meant. Ah, this. So now, because I have dead bodies around, I can build a freezer. And what a freezer does is it hides the dead bodies instead of having them laying here. Because if another group of people come in and they see the dead bodies, they're going to take notes about that. So, and again, it doesn't have to be super big. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Let's kind of make it even here, I guess. No. There.
Room construction underway. Object purchase order confirmed.
Important information will be relayed to you.
Get out of here. So we'll let that build for now. I do have...
Caution, cannot accommodate this many minions.
So we'll let the minion pile trickle up. I do want, you know, at least
You
10
may have noticed
minions.
that all people
I don't want hints, thank you though. As soon as that gets built, I'm going to destroy this out here. That way... Traps. There's a way to demolish it. I just can't remember how. Maybe I can't demolish it right now. If that's the case, I'm going to at least put external doors there.
Room construction unpaused.
Let's go ahead and give them more to do now. That's how. Cancel that. If I just move it, actually, it'd probably be more efficient.
Object move order confirmed.
So we'll go ahead and do that. What I should... Actually, there we go.
Room demolition imminent.
So now that the barracks is probably just wasn't fully up, I can actually destroy that. We're going to move that, and then I'm going to bring the gold inside. So doors. They have levels of security. So level 1, anyone can use the door. Level 2, only my minions and henchmen can use the door. Level 3, only my evil self can use the door. Level 4, no one can use the door. Or sorry, only I can use the door, and it's guarded too. So for now, everything should probably be about level 2. No reason why it couldn't be. I have 7 minions. We started off with a $250,000. We're down to $193,000 right now, but we're slowly getting up there. The only objective we have left to do for this first little objective is to finish the control room, which we're about to do. Like I said, I wanted to get this up and running so that I can actually hide these bodies. So they create heat, and heat is basically notoriety. The more heat you have, the more likely it is for enemy agents to be here and snooping around. The more heat you have, the more likely enemy agents will send, enemy governments will send, I shouldn't even say it like that. The good people will send more deadly people to come your way. So obviously you want to try to hide your heat the best you can. They're going to have to move that body in a second because the door is going to go up there, but for the time being. What is that? Packed object. Yeah, but what is it? I think it's the yeah. I think it's the other briefcase rack. So I'm just going to leave that basically like that for now. I don't plan to use it until probably much later, if I do use it. So we're off to a good little start. Obviously, it's nothing major. It's small and quaint, but that's what it has to be for now. This is the other thing I was going to talk about, traps. So there's a whole bunch of different traps I can use, and basically this helps kind of detour enemy agents from, coming in here. So pressure pad sensors, obviously.
If the forces of justice are causing you trouble,
I put it down and it activates a trap. So the trap system is actually pretty elaborate in this game, but it's also pretty simple. Poison gas cage will kill them instantly. Wind machine trap will just push them out of the way. Confusing pop-up trap will bring down, I think it's their smart stat. So basically, if you manage to confuse them enough, they'll just kind of give up and leave. Then crash test dummy, I don't remember how that works. Oh yeah, it's just for testing traps, okay. The only thing is, sometimes traps can be activated by your own people, so you have to be careful about that. I think, if I remember correctly, I do know that if I put a poison gas trap here and an enemy agent walks through while my minions are walking through, it will actually hit my minions as well. So again, you have to be careful about that too. There's little nuances like that that you just have to be careful with. Unfortunately, there is no speed up, speed down button, so I really can't do much in the way of doing anything for making time go by faster, except for pretty much talking and cutting out. I'm almost positive I'm not going to show every little detail. I might do some stuff off screen, but for the most part, I'll try my best here not to show anything that's unnecessary. Now, I don't know. So I don't know if I can just blatantly move those or if I have to make this part of the hallway.
you now have access to the world domination screen.
Yes, yes. There's a way to pause this, though. P. Okay. Something else I want to change, too, then. Controls. Define keys. I shouldn't need quick saves, hopefully. This is going to be important later on, that I have a way to pause the game. Okay. So, I don't think... I can move it, cool. So I'm unlocking a whole bunch of objectives up there, which is nice. See if anything comes of that. So let's check our thing here. Reports indicate that trained civilians are holidaying on the island. Capture and imprison a maid in a security holding cell, which means I'm gonna have to build a security room. So while we talk about that, I'm gonna show you this. So this is the world map. This is how you earn income. This is how you gain notoriety. This is also how you gain heat. From this, you can do more than just earn money. You can also earn henchmen. You can earn invaluable objects and find researching things. Now, I've already ran into my first problem here and I just don't know. There we go. I knew there was a way to move it. I was pressing the wrong button. Okay, so once those are moved, they'll be able to slap that door down. Alright, so an armory. Wouldn't mind the armory being... It's small, but it doesn't need to be huge. We'll come back to the armory in a second. I just want to get the corridor down first. That's fine.
New room build order confirmed.
Go ahead and get that underway.
Room construction unpaused.
Minions will automatically start working in a room, but you can control this more precisely by building a time clock.
I'm not going to put a time clock in here, but I am going to put...
Construction unpaused.
I'll pause that. I'm all over the place right now. I'm going to put a holding cell, though, because I need that holding cell.
Object purchase order
Door there.
confirmed.
I want to start putting down a couple more doors now, just because of the way things are going. It's never bad to kind of split up your base, and that's kind of what you want to do, ideally. I'm going to put a door there because later I'm going to actually make this go all the way out and put a second exit there, or entrance there. Probably turn this into barracks. Maybe let's all into barracks. I don't know. Do need some fire extinguishers, though. It's always good to have some fire extinguishers handy. It's on the wall. This wall.
Object purchase order confirmed. Room construction unpaused.
So we'll let the minions get to work at that. I am going to continue to buy stuff for these rooms and whatnot, just not at this current moment. I do have 11. I do want to kind of... The barracks I will put money into.
Object has been ordered. Object purchase order confirmed.
There's a way to do this. There we go. Oops.
Warning, this object is inaccessible and must be moved if it is to be used.
Yeah.
This object will be purchased when a minion is available for duty.
It's a good small starting barracks for now, I would say. Oops. There we go. And then once they get more beds and more lockers up, that will actually be quite good, to say the least. I do want to put a door here too, but I'm not going to go to that extremes right now. We're going to let the minions work. I am going to actually take a look up here. What is that? Steal the library blueprints. So that will let me to unlock a library. These are things you need to do, more or less. That's an actual mission. Actual mission. that actual mission. There's a way to find out how much each sector makes and stuff too. I just can't remember that. I think you need either more going on in here or something, but with the time clock, I'm going to leave it to there for now until I get more staff. And then when I get more staff, I actually want this place 90% of the time fully staffed. Just about to start control, or start work rather, on that. There was a way to bring up the map. Maid should be, there's the maid. Yeah, me with the controls here, you're gonna see me change controls mid-screen or mid-game. That's just because obviously I want to detail the controls to what I think is the best, not game controls. Because I do know world map, no. Thought there was an island map. I could be wrong though. Like I said, I've only played this game for probably about 3 hours, and it's been a while since I played the game. Camera bookmarks. I see world map, but I think that's actually like the world map. Alright, well, they're going to take a little bit to do that stuff, actually. There we go. Raise that up to 15. So now that there's 2 of them in there. Oh. I will start building traps, but yeah, like I said, for now, I'm just going to kind of leave it. I do want him, obviously, in here, because he's kind of the safest in here. It's not really the heart of my base, but it's deep enough in the base where if enemy agents are this deep in the base and I haven't noticed yet, then there's a problem. Later on, we'll get better doors where we can make them a certain way and stuff like that. So a lot of these objects you just can't deal with, though. Can't interact with. The freezer rack, I believe you can put the body bags on there. About to find out. And this basically, it just makes it for easier storage. Yeah, there we go. As soon as this goes up, I can issue that order once I find her again. She's actually pretty close by, so capture. Now one of the minions will actually run out there and capture her. Eventually.
New rooms are available for construction.
It's a power plant. That's going to be also very important.
New objects.
What am I going to do with the power plant? I could move this and put the power plant here. I hate how narrow this part of the mountain is. It comes in a bigger area. Well, how much room do I have to play with here? Three tiles wide, that's really not, oops. I just want to see because, yeah. And you need to be able to get to the power generators, and also, if I do something like this and put that there, I can actually have enemy agents spawn on those 3 tiles behind the power generator, and they'll screw up your day. So I definitely don't recommend doing that. All over the place here. Where is the cancel? So unfortunately, this is kind of dead space right now until I do something with this. Like I said, I wouldn't mind either expanding this out or making that the power plant. It's hard. What I could do